Do you believe that protecting everything you have is always the best strategy? What if I told you that, in nature, this could destroy the very source you're trying to defend? Today, we dive into a true story of animal survival, one about borders, protection, and the invisible cost of keeping others out. Let's head into the forest, where one bird decided to create his own tariff. In an isolated clearing stood a single fruit tree. Dozens of bird species visited daily to gather food. It was a dynamic ecosystem. Birds of all colors took turns, each taking a bit, peacefully. A natural free trade system. Until one bird changed everything. The scrubjay, small but territorial, began defending the tree as if it belonged only to him. He chased away every visitor. He flew aggressively, squawked loudly, pecked without mercy. It became a war for exclusivity. He was tired of competition. He wanted full control of the source. He wanted to ensure his hunger would never again depend on luck or others arriving first. To him, this new system felt like freedom. He even thought he was protecting the future. If no one else takes these fruits, they'll last longer for me. But nature doesn't operate on fear. It operates on balance. Over time, he realized that chasing everyone away took too much energy. Attacking, watching, defending, it wore him down. So he changed his strategy. He didn't expel everyone anymore. Now, he charged a price. Some birds could approach, but they had to wait. Others had to leave part of what they gathered. Some gave up entirely. This is the essence of a tariff. You may enter, but you won't leave untouched. In the scrubjay's mind, he had found a balance, control with concessions. But nature doesn't negotiate like markets do. Nature reacts. In global trade, tariffs work the same way. Governments impose costs on foreign products. It may be a tax, a regulation, or an indirect barrier. The goal: protect local producers. If foreign chicken is cheaper, the tariff makes it more expensive. Local chicken seems more competitive. In recent years, the U.S. imposed tariffs on steel, aluminum, semiconductors, mostly from China, under the justification of protecting domestic industries. In the short term, it seems to work. Local jobs are preserved. Companies breathe easier. The territorial bird now has more fruit to himself. But what happens next? Time always collects its price. With fewer visitors, the scrubjay's tree lost pollination. Fruits became smaller, less sweet. Branches began to wither. What was once abundance became scarcity. The same happens in the economy. Prolonged tariffs reduce competition, which kills pressure for quality and innovation. Domestic products grow too expensive. Companies grow complacent. And the one who suffers the most is the consumer. As costs rise, so do prices. Essentials become inaccessible. Inflation grows. The people pay the price of isolation. What once felt like protection becomes stagnation. Other birds, once allies, noticed the shift. They started acting the same. They built their own barriers. If the scrubjay wouldn't share, neither would they. In global economics, we call this a trade war. One country raises tariffs, the other retaliates. Exports drop. Prices rise. The entire world spirals into protectionism. Markets stop growing. In the U.S., China responded swiftly to American tariffs. Agricultural products were no longer imported. Manufacturers suffered. Farmers, who had nothing to do with the conflict, felt the blow. Too much protection becomes collective punishment. Now the scrubjay was alone. The once thriving tree had decayed. Its fruits were rare. He had control. But he was hungry. And when he finally tried to share again, no one trusted him. The other birds had found new trees. The cycle he had broken would not restart so easily. Alone on the tallest branch, he looked out and thought, "Did I do the right thing? Was keeping it all to myself the best choice? What's the point of holding everything when there's nothing left to hold?" For the first time, the scrub jay realized that winning could also mean losing. He flew down and tried again. Approached another clearing. Tried singing like he used to. But the others looked at him with caution. His feathers still carried the scent of isolation. And then he understood. Trust takes time to rebuild. But mistrust comes instantly. All he could do now was start over. Tariffs aren't villains. But they're not a permanent solution either. They're like the territorial bird's warning call. They serve to alert, to mark space, to create breathing room. But when they become permanent, they stop protecting and start isolating. The forest needs movement, exchange, balance. Wisdom is knowing when to spread your wings and when just to watch. Leaders who understand that avoid needless conflict. And people who see beyond borders thrive. If this story helped you understand how tariffs work, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone curious about the economy. And let me know in the comments. Do tariffs sound like protection or disguised isolation? Welcome to the financial jungle, where nature explains the economy.